Well, good morning all. Well, today Todd and I are up in the hills looking for a little bit of gold. We had a plan, oh, by the way, right there, that's Todd. We had a plan, section of river we wanted to work where we found some gold the last time we were in here. We were doing pretty good. Problem is, we forgot all about snow melt, and where we wanted to detect and dig is like 2 foot underwater right now. So we're kind of stuck up here on the bank, which isn't all bad because I just found my first piece of gold. Let me show you the piece of gold and I'll let you know what we got in mind. See right there, it's not huge, but it is a picker. I'm okay with that for a start. Now the bar's been set, so from this point, we got to work up. Now the fact that we're stuck on the bank in this creek isn't a bad thing because this is a real narrow canyon, and when it floods, it goes quite a ways up the bank, so you still have a chance to find some nice sized pieces on the bank. So that's basically what we're stuck doing. So the trick is we got to find the best spot to look. Now let me explain to you why I picked this spot as we're hiking in. Now you can see this is looking upstream, and you can see where that water comes in, hits the bedrock, and then it's aimed right at us. And as we work our way up here, you can see where it's starting to deposit just all kinds of big boulders. One of the luxuries of spring, the poison oak is just starting to come out. Now, even though I'm guessing probably 8 feet above the water, maybe 10, there's no doubt in my mind that during a major flood, when the gold is moving, the water's probably 20 feet deep here. And so by looking at the rocks, and I'll show you the rocks here in a minute, you can tell that there's still a substantial flow right here during a flood. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the crevice that I dug that piece out of right down in here, but you can see by the rocks that have been shoved up here, these are still nice, worn, round river rocks of pretty good size. So to get these up here, you know there's still a substantial flow. Now this, as we go down on this crevice, the gravel gets deeper. As the gravel gets deeper, we know the pieces of gold we're going to find up here are going to be small because we're way up and we don't have any huge boulders. So we have to remove the top gravel and basically take it off. What I do is take it off in, like 2-3 inch deep layers, and then detect it on the way down, because there could be a nice piece of gold down there, but not big enough that we can pick it up, 6-8 inches away. So we'll just remove the gravel, work our way down the layers, and detect as we go, see if we can pick up another piece. And we can go ahead and pull all the stuff off the top that has leaves and stuff like that in it, because there's going to be no gold in that real light stuff. Okay, we're clear on this layer, so let's move some more gravel. Now as you dig it out, you want to keep an eye out for what you're digging out. If it's all sand, well then it's not going to be too good, but as long as you're digging out, nice heavy, good washed rocks. I mean, gravel looks good in here. So as long as you're digging that stuff out, there's a chance there'll be more gold in here. Okay, we got a couple of big rocks. Let's give it a quick look and then we'll move the bigger rocks. Okay, we got us a slight target right there. Now let's check the rest. Okay, we'll go ahead and let's see if we can get these rocks out of here. Then we'll go after that target. Okay, let's check our target. Well, that definitely made the target louder. Let's see if we can move it. Oh, we moved it. All right, got it in our hand. Oh, there it is. A little lead BB. Okay. Kind of had my hopes up on that. All right, let's check it again. Well, we got a slight target there. Sounds like we got a slight target up there. Okay, I'm gonna finish checking this gravel. Well, there's definitely something down there. Let's pull some of this top overburden back. Yes, I did steal Apex's idea. I love their picks, but they're a little too big for me to carry around, so I thought it'd make me a little cheapo copy. Okay, I'm gonna take and pull all this stuff at the back of the crevice back so we're not digging uphill. Okay, well, we got this work down now quite a ways. Give her another go. Well, we got a good sounding target right there. And we still have that light one up there. Okay, I'm gonna dig on down. It's a lot easier to start at the back end of a crevice, and that way when I clean the back I'm done, and as I move forward I can just leave the gravel. To where if you start at the top like I did, well, I got to move my gravel, keep moving the same gravel over and over, and it just takes a lot more time. So we're going to go ahead, clean this out down here, and then work forward like we're supposed to. Okay, now this lower section down here, I'm down to bedrock, so now we'll check it, make sure it's clear. Yeah, I'm getting nothing. Okay, now we'll start working forward. Okay, let's see if we can find that target again. Okay. Now let's see if we can move it. Okay, we definitely moved it. Well, I ended up having to dig all that material out and take it down a panic because I just kept chasing that target around. Turned out to be another piece of iron. Okay, well, we still got one target in there, so let's go see if we can find that chunk of nail. Now we've got a bit of a crack there. Break some of that bedrock up. All right, see if we moved it. moved it. Ah, first grab. Oh, I see gold. Not very big, but we got us another piece of gold. Let me show you. Not a huge piece, but nice little round one. Double check that crevice and that's it. So we got that completely cleaned out. We got some more bedrock working down towards the river. We're going to go ahead and detect that. I'm going to detect this piece I'm sitting on. And Todd has moved upstream. Up there, I just seen him poke up. Okay, well, I'm going to check this, work that down there. If nothing else, we're going to head up to where Todd is and see how he's doing. Well, we got as a target in a little tiny crack right here. Let me show you. Well, I dug on that, couldn't find anything, and then I started checking the bedrock around, and it definitely mineralization in the bedrock because I found 3 other spots just like it that didn't have a crevice. So, time to move on. Well, I finished checking everything around here, not another target, so I'm going to pack everything up. Let's go see if we can find Todd. We caught up with Todd. He was easy to follow. So far, he found a really cool, looked like a little copper cap off a button or something, but no gold yet.
Yeah, that's
so,
a pretty nice little button.
There's a big flat here that's fairly shallow, so I think we're going to kind of dig around here a little bit. Looking at the gravel, the way that's packed in there, looks pretty good. So here's hoping. That right there, you can see that that's just been
pounded in.
Yeah, pounded in there.
Action.
And on this river, that's not a boulder, that's gravel. Todd's working right above me here. And I got a spot here where bedrock, about a foot below me here. I got bedrock here. This is bedrock. This is a boulder. And this is all this gravel in here. My plan is to see if I can get down to bedrock here and then try to go forward. We're basically just going to have to dig today because the water's up high enough. I climbed up on the rock and looked around, and there's not a lot of spots we can get to today, so we're going to give this a go. Now, being that this gravel is packed in here so tight, what we're going to do is kind of like we did in the last crevice. We're just going to remove the rocks we can. We'll metal detect, then we'll throw out another layer, metal detect, and just work our way down doing that, because there could be a nice chunk of gold. I mean, all these rocks are big enough, there could be a nice chunk of gold in the gravel, so we want to make sure we check that. Well, I need to get you caught up. It's been several hours, and I've been digging down in this hole, trying to get the bedrock. Never made it to bedrock, and there's a boulder, I'm sure, sitting on bedrock that's just too big. I can't get it out of there. So I moved over, basically right underneath me, and Todd helped me move a big rock, and I dug out a crevice here, got a signal, dug down and found like a big cornflake chunk of lead, and I was going, oh man. Checked it, still had another target, dug up a nice little piece. Let me show you. You can see there that it's a nice chunky little piece. I'm thinking that's going to go a gram. Well, I checked this. I have no more signals in the hole, but I am going to try to dig the gravel back and get to a little more of the crevice. But I'm here to tell you, it's getting warm out here in the sun, and Todd's right over there working in the shade, and that spot's beginning to look good to me. But we'll dig this out, see if there's anything else in it. Well, between the sun and being bent over, I'm about ready to give this hole up. I'm probably going to pack the camera up. We're going to hike quite a ways downstream, and there's a hillside there we found some gold on. We're talking about going down there and looking, see if we can pick up something down there. Well, we made it up to the spot on the hillside where we found a few pieces of gold before. So it's in the shade, so we're liking this spot. But before we left the last spot, Todd dug up a nice piece of gold. I'll go grab that piece of gold and show you it. Well, you can see here, that's a real pretty piece. When dug it up, we thought it was going to be a lot larger because all we seen was, we thought it was the top of a big piece until we dug it out. Well, I think I'm going to grab the detector now and go see if I can find one more piece before we get out of here. Now this spot on the hillside here has some really big boulders embedded into the hillside, and we've found a few pieces of gold in the last couple of years looking around here, but you kind of got to just remove the topsoil and keep checking it. Well, you're looking at two tired guys.
Yes, sir.
We've been digging down here for quite a while, and Todd managed to pull out one more piece, and I managed to pull out one more piece. This is the last two pieces we just got. The larger one here is the one that Todd found. That one I think is getting dangerously close to a gram. And this little round one's the last one I just found. That's the last piece of the day, end of day gold. Okay, well that's about it for us. We're gonna pack up, and hopefully Todd's got enough left to pack my gear up to the truck.
I'm all over it.
All right, we'll see you back at the house. Well, we're back at the house, and it might be a couple days later. I just got home from work. But before Todd left, I weighed Todd's gold, and let's jump over there and weigh my gold and see how we did. And here we have Todd's gold, 2.26 grams. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is let's weigh our biggest nugget, 1.11 grams. Not too shabby. Then all total, we ended up with 2.42 grams. Almost 2.5 grams. That's not too bad considering we didn't do anything that we planned on doing. Now, according to the weather, it's supposed to get cold and have some rain, so it should stop the snow melt, but then the rain's going to add to the creek, so who knows when the creek's going to come down. Probably June, July. But next trip out, I got an idea. We may go up, do a little bit of exploring, and it's been a long time since I've done some treasure hunting, so I may, hopefully if I can get in where I want to go, we'll go up, see if we can find some gold and some old bottles on the same day. Well, it's a plan anyway, never works out. Right now, I got stuff I gotta get done, so I'm out of here. We'll see you in the next video, and you guys have a wonderful day.